Hello.
Hello, is this Miss Johnson?
Yes.
Miss Stephanie Johnson?
Yes.
Hi, how you doing this afternoon? It's Tony Holling calling. How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
Good to hear. You still on lockdown? Or are you back to work?
I'm back to work.
Are you really? Good to hear, good to hear. Well, my name is Tony Holland, and you mailed me a card recently about the new Medicare changes and benefits, and to receive your free discount health card with prescription, vision, hearing, and dental benefits. You remember that, don't you?
Sort of.
Yeah. Recently, I sent you a little photocopy of the postcard with your signature on it that you mailed to me. It was in like a little pink envelope. I sent it a couple days ago to help refresh your memory. I'm sure you received it by now. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. It's right here.
Yeah. And I mailed it to their address to 123 East Main Street. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And that's in Baltimore, Maryland?
Yes.
21212?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. All right. And to be sure, is that, Miss Johnson, is that a house or is that an apartment?
No, that's my home.
That's your home?
Yes.
Wonderful. How long have you lived in Baltimore?
Oh, for most of my life.
Most of your life? Great. You like it?
Sometimes, and sometimes I like to get out of there.
Yeah. I like the Inner Harbor. It's so beautiful down there. You go down to the Inner Harbor much?
Once in a while. I try to stay out of that area at times. So.
Yeah. So you're still working too?
Yes, I am.
That's awesome. Well, on the card that you mailed in to me, you put down your date of birth as May the 20th, 1954. Is that correct?
Yes.
So that makes you 66 years young.
Yes.
So you're going to be 67 too?
Yes.
Wow. You sound great, Miss Johnson. You don't sound a day over 49. What's your secret?
A lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work. So you work out at the gym?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, good. So what's your favorite exercise?
Working on the treadmill.
Treadmill? Yeah, I like treadmills too. Do you have a trainer?
I did.
Oh, yeah. So I think that always helps. So I bet you have a good diet and some good recipes too, huh?
Too many.
Okay. Well, Miss Johnson, I noticed here that you did, you mailed in this card and all the information looks here is correct. Did you mail this in for yourself or possibly someone else in your family?
No, for myself.
You mailed it for yourself. Wonderful. Now, Miss Johnson, let me tell you, who I am, and for your safekeeping, you might want to write some things down. If you want to get a pen and a piece of paper, I'll hold. Can you do that for me, please?
I have it right here.
You got it? So I want to write down. My name is Tony Holland, Holland. You got that?
I've got it.
And I've been assigned to help you, with your request that you sent this card in about and to answer, all your questions. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And my Maryland state license number, okay, I want to give you this, is 12345. Can you write that down?
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, it's Maryland state license number. So I'm legit. Okay, it's 12345.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you what's called an AHIP number. It makes sure that I'm certified to talk about Medicare and what Medicare does and doesn't do to help seniors. Can you write this number down?
Okay.
Okay, that's 54321. Did you do that for me?
Okay, I got it.
Now, Miss Johnson, this is important. You sound like you're in pretty good health, from what I can tell. But how's your health been?
It's been okay.
Yeah. I know you work out, you like going to the gym, and you eat right. Is there any problems like cancer, stroke, heart attack?
No.
Okay, good. You've been blessed, very blessed. Do you smoke cigarettes at all?
Never have.
Never have? Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd never have myself. I know it was a big thing back in the day that kids loved to smoke, hide out in the locker rooms or the bathrooms in high school, and they would play, hide and seek with the school teachers. You remember them days?
Do and never had any interest in doing it.
Yeah. So have you been hospitalized, by the way, in the last couple of years?
No.
Good. You've been blessed. Very nice. Man, God must be looking over you. Are you on any daily medications or anything like that?
Just some blood pressure medicine.
High blood pressure medication. Okay. All right, good.
Comes with age.
But it comes with age, yeah. But it's pretty well under control.
Yes, it's under control.
Yeah. Any other medications that you're on?
No.
Okay, good. So I think you mentioned earlier you're still working. So you are still working, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
God bless you. That's awesome. So where do you work?
Work in an accounting firm downtown.
Oh, do you really? Cool. Do you get to keep your benefits?
I get to keep part of them. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, And it's part of my retirement package. So,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Okay.
I'm not really looking to change anything
I
on
got
that
it.
part.
I got it. We're not going to go into that. I just want to just ask some questions, see what I can do to help you out. How long you been working at that accounting firm?
Oh, it's been about 20 years.
20 years. Wow, long time. They must love you there.
Well, it's a good fit.
What do you like about the job?
Just the people,
Okay.
working with them.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we also may be able to help you out with some other benefits, just in case I wanted to let you know that, including some vision, dental, prescriptions, hearing aids that go along with your current benefits, and that's no cost. Isn't that great?
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, because I love helping people. That's why I love doing my job and like making a difference in people's lives. You know, I love changing and saving lives for the better. Okay.
Okay.
Now, there is also part of this little card that you sent in. It talked about the free discount prescription drug program, and it can be used as a standalone benefit to help you with your care. With your supplements, your current drugs that you're on. But it can also help you out with prescriptions that are in your drug plan or outside your drug plan. So I want to make sure you know that, because as you know, with some drug plans, you know, there's drugs in the formulary and some drugs that are not in the formulary. This can help possibly with both, especially those that are not in the formulary. So what prescription drug program are you on now? Is that the one through Care First?
It's the, yes.
So it's already included.
It's included in
Okay.
part of that.
And what pharmacy do you use?
The CVS.
CVS, okay. Yeah, they're one of our national chains. We have over 56,000 chains that we work with. And we also work with Walmart and Walgreens and all the other national chains out there. And, so you're paying for your prescriptions out of pocket right now?
Yes.
How much, if you don't mind me, ask that you're paying out of pocket for your prescriptions?
Well, it's covered mostly by the insurance. So
right. Do you pay any out of pocket at all?
I haven't.
You haven't had to?
No.
That's good. Good. Well, you're one of the most blessed people I've talked to. Most people have something out of pocket to pay. So, okay, I'll make a note of that there. So Ms. Johnson, there are several other additional benefits, key benefits that may help you save money, and possibly that's what I'm about, helping people save money and get better benefits and possibly qualify for extra benefits at possibly little or no cost. I just need to ask you a few more questions real quick to see if, you just take a minute or so and just answer yes or no to keep it simple, okay?
Okay.
Now, what I like to do is help people, Ms. Johnson, with some state and federal subsidy programs that a lot of people I talk to, Ms. Johnson, don't even know they exist, how they work, and it helps people that need the most help. Like, for example, there's a program called the Social Security Extra Help Programs, the old LIS program, where you can save up to $5,000 a year on your Part D prescription drugs. Isn't that amazing?
That is.
Yeah, and then there's also a program called the Medicare Savings Program that could possibly eliminate Medicare Part B premiums, co-pays, and deductibles. So I just want to ask you a real quick question, and a lot of people qualify for this extra help program that's out there through, Social Security Administration, and to qualify your income as an individual, because you said you're single, right?
Yes.
It needs to be under, about, $1,200-$1,300. Do you make more than $1,200-$1,300 a month?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you won't qualify for that. That's no problem. There's another program through the state of Maryland. There's a state assistance program. And for single people, it's $3,100 and $3,122. Do you make more than that?
Yes.
Darn, you're doing good. Man, that's incredible. Well, you've been really, really blessed. Okay. So we won't be able to service you there, which is good news for you. That means you're doing extremely well. Now, in terms of your Medicare, there's different types of Medicare. Some people are in original Medicare. And do you have a Medicare card?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you have the Part A and the B?
Yes.
Okay, you have both. Okay. So there's Medicare supplements that some people take advantage of, or Medicare Advantage. That's called the Part C. Medicare beneficiaries have two choices, okay, to cover that 20% that Medicare doesn't cover. What a Medigap Med Sub program is, it's a one that has a high monthly premium that you pay every month, whether you use it or not, and also often has, no co-payments. Does that sound like a plan that you have?
No, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
You have the Care First Blue Cross.
Yes, I have that Care First Blue Cross.
And so in the Medicare Advantage plan, you may have zero or low monthly premiums. Usually an HMO or PPO may have additional benefits such as dental, vision, hearing, which are not covered by original Medicare. Do you think that sounds like the plan that you have?
No, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield,
Okay.
and I'm just going to continue with that. Part of my retirement package.
As part of your retirement package?
Yes.
So they're going to allow you to keep that indefinitely?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's very rare. That's nice. Well, based on what you shared with me, you're pretty good on your Medicare, but I want to still make sure you get some additional information because that's what you did request. So I have this brochure called the New to Medicare Changes and Benefits. I want to make sure you're updated on some things on that. So I'm going to get that out to you, but it really just explains the basics on, how Medicare works, how Part A works with hospitals, Part B with your doctor visits, how Medicare Advantage works, and how the Part D program works. Did you get your most recent Medicare and You book?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you got it? All right. Did you get a chance to review it?
No, I really haven't gotten through it yet.
Right. So you have someone at Human Resources that helps you guys with this?
Yes, we do.
Oh, so when do you think you're going to retire? Anytime soon?
I'm hoping to in the next year or two.
Okay, but you're still going to stay on your Care First plan.
Yes,
No
that's
problem,
part of
no
my
problem.
retirement package.
No problem. Okay, so one thing I want to ask you about is a special program we call it Hospital Indemnity. It's kind of like a program similar to Aflac. You ever seen that commercial on TV with the duck?
Yes, I've seen that lovely duck.
Okay, they got a great commercial. So what this program is designed to do is help seniors like yourself that, God forbid, you had to go in a hospital. You can get compensated for that time. So have you or anyone in your family ever been in a hospital in the last 10 years?
Yes.
Okay. A relative of yours?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And sometimes people don't realize there's more than just deductibles and copays. There's a lot of out-of-pocket costs. And most people are often surprised at the extra expense not covered by the insurance when they're hospitalized. This often includes like transportation, meals, lodging, loss from time from work, for loved ones, additional help for your care. And the average cost for a 3-day hospital stay is about $10,000.
Wow.
That's something. Do you have that kind of cash laying around the house, 10,000 cash?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll make a note of that. Okay. And there's another thing I help people with. So a lot of people overlook this in terms of, a cancer plan. 1 in 2 million and 1 in 3 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women will develop cancer in their lifetime. You may know someone who has, and the American Cancer Society states up to 65% of the cost can be non-medical. Okay. So if you were diagnosed, Ms. Johnson, with cancer, God forbid, do you have 30,000 cash set aside to help with those costs?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. So that's something I wanted to bring to your attention that maybe I can help you with. But one thing most people I find it overlook is their burial coverage. 41% of Americans, Ms. Johnson, die without life insurance. Isn't that something?
Yeah, it is.
And the reason is they were pretty sure they weren't going to die that year. Okay. Because you don't know when that's going to happen. The good Lord knows that. Am I right?
That's correct.
Yeah. And, I buried my little brother when he was 24 and other relatives. And, it just, a lot of times it's all of a sudden never expected. So, something people have to think about. I know it's one thing that we don't like to, but, it's a fact of life. You're going to be here today and one day you're going to be gone. No one lives forever. So, Ms. Johnson, if you were to die tomorrow, would your family have to change their standard? Does your kids have an extra $15,000 set aside to bury you tomorrow?
I don't think they do.
No, they're probably living check to check themselves, especially what's going on with COVID and
there's been a lot of changes recently.
Yeah, they're probably trying to live off those small stimulus checks they're getting just to get by. So that's why a big topic for people in your age graphic, Miss Johnson, are really seriously looking at making sure they're not leaving a burden on their children and grandchildren. So I just want to congratulate you on what you've done so far. You've done some incredible things with your care first. Make sure you keep that. Don't ever lose that. It's a great plan that you have, and it sounds like you've done an excellent job on certain areas in terms of what you've done. But I see some gaps here based on what you shared, your answers. I could help you out with some key things, especially with the hospital indemnity, the cancer and cancer plans and burial plans. But, for the sake of time, I want to go over what's probably most important is in terms of your burial coverage, and do you have any life insurance on yourself at all?
I do have life insurance. However, it's a term policy.
Okay.
And when I retire, I'm probably going to lose that.
Well, okay. So that makes sense.
Blue Shield, but not the life.
Okay. So I a lot of times, many people neglect the final expense part. And there's 4 parts of final expense. There's the funeral part. There's the burial part. There's making sure the family are okay, that part, and the bills. So, Ms. Johnson, you said you have temporary term life insurance, correct?
Correct.
3 times your salary.
Yes.
3 times your salary?
Yeah. That's
So how
what
much
it
is that about worth?
It's about 165,000.
Wow. Okay. Do you have any whole life?
No.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. That's a challenge. Okay. Because when you leave in the next year or two, you're not going to have that 3 times your salary anymore.
That's true.
All right. So now I see why I can see right now what's probably the most important thing to help you is that to take care of that final expense, because that's a necessity that you need to have. So now you would agree that it's probably, good enough while you're working, but God forbid when you retire, if you pass away, you wouldn't have anything at all. Correct?
Not in life insurance.
Okay.
No.
All right. So by the way, do you have a will?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know that if you don't have a will, the state of Maryland would have to step in and take care of that estate? You're aware of that, correct?
Yes, I am.
And we may be able to help you with putting something together in that regards too. Do you plan on having a traditional burial or cremation?
No, traditional burial.
A traditional burial, okay. And what have you done so far to take care of that part of what you want to do?
I have my plot bought and paid for.
Okay. So any other things on the funeral side?
Kind of ignored that, trying to postpone that.
Okay. Okay, I understand. All right. So are you going to have a viewing?
Probably just depends on what happens.
Okay. And in the burial, you have any cash set aside for your burial?
Very, very, very little.
Okay. But you do have a plot.
Yes.
And where is that located?
It's at Rest Haven, a cemetery.
Okay, Rest Haven. That's in Baltimore?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Well, at least you've done something on that. And you've paid complete costs. It's all paid for.
Yeah, that's
Nothing
totally
else. Okay.
paid for.
All right. Have you paid for the opening, closing the grave, prepaid that?
No.
Okay. All right. That's something I need to know. Well, Ms. Johnson, this makes perfect good sense why you requested some additional information. I see, not so much on the Medicare side. I'm still going to get you out that Medicare changes booklet. But I think really what's most important now, you made a smart decision to get help with possibly a key aspect of when you retire, not having enough life insurance to bury you. So you made a good decision, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, let me just, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
I was
interrupt.
going to say, just depends on what you tell me.
Okay. Well, I always tell people this, Miss Johnson, you give me 1% of your trust, I'll earn that other 99.
Okay.
Because I always tell this to people all the time when I talk to them. I say, you know what, we all started out as strangers, but when I get done helping you today, Miss Johnson, we're going to be family. I always tell people, let's see who's going to get adopted today. So either you're going to adopt me, Miss Johnson, or I'm going to be adopting you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We'll have to see what kids say about that.
Okay. I'm not trying to get on a wheel or nothing, but I just they could use another, maybe big brother in the family. Okay. All right. So let me tell you, Ms. Johnson, about our great company. The name of the company is ABC Insurance Company. It's one of the fastest growing final expense life insurance companies in America with an A rating. We only work with A-rated companies, an A rating based on AM Best, which is an excellent rating. They specialize in life insurance for final expense and other great benefits for seniors and their families. And the best part, Ms. Johnson, you follow me so far?
Yes.
Is the superior customer service, because good customer service is important to you. Is that correct?
That's the best
Yes.
thing to have.
Yep. And now, Ms. Johnson, you want me calling you Ms. Johnson, or you want me to call you Stephanie?
Whatever you're comfortable
Well,
with.
what are you comfortable with?
Stephanie's fine.
I'll call you Stephanie. Is that okay? You call me Tony, okay? All right. Well, Stephanie, the problem today is that death is very, very expensive. Now, if you pass away while you're working at the accounting firm, your family will have a nice big policy coming to them. But, you say you're going to retire soon. And the longer you wait on getting that approved and finally get that taken care of, the rates continue to, will be increased based on your age at the time of the application. So that's something to consider.
Okay.
And the average funeral right now, Miss Stephanie, is between $7,000 to $15,000. With inflation over the next 10 years, that average could go over 25,000. Isn't that something?
It is.
And so the question you may be having is, how are these big, expenses going to get paid? And Miss Stephanie, it's going to happen. Okay, 3 ways. First, it's your savings, but you saved your hard-earned money to, for other things. Am I right?
Correct.
I know you got a little bit of savings, I'm sure, and I'm sure you didn't put it away to throw on a funeral. You saved it for what? Retirement, right?
Yes.
Possibly a new car in your retirement, right? Maybe
Probably.
a vacation or 2 in your retirement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe college for your grandkids, right?
Yeah.
So, I understand that. I wanted to make sure I prepared for my children, and I don't want to use that money for a burial. I wanted to live off of. The second way you can take care of it these expenses is immediate family members can pay. And we already talked about, your kids, because of COVID, every dollar counts. They're probably living on, those stimulus checks. It's been tight, I'm sure.
It's been tight for me, yes.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but most families I know are living paycheck to paycheck, especially what's going on in our economy with COVID and everything else. It might be years before we can get out of that. Am I right?
It's probably going to be.
Yes. Yeah. And they don't have an extra $7,000 to $15,000 cash money set aside for when someone in the family passes away. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
And the third way, is to qualify for an affordable whole life final expense program, which I'm going to talk to you about today with us, that will give you and your family the peace of mind that you deserve and your kids deserve, so you don't have to drain your savings that you save so hard for and burn your loved one, your kids who I know you love, because no one, I know I don't, but no one wants to be a burden to those they love. Am I right?
Yeah, you are right.
Right. And occasionally I will talk to someone who wants to put this off, or I want to think about it. But when it comes to dying, it is one thing you can't put off, you can't predict or prevent or evade. It will come to all of us one day. Am I right, Miss
Yes.
Stephanie? Okay. And only the good Lord above knows when. So we know it has to be taken care of, because none of us wants to make the most difficult day in our children's and other family members' life even worse. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it's going to be
And as I said earlier, Miss Stephanie, in the call, you have a great, 3 times your salary term policy at the job. But if you wait any longer, you're 66 now, we can get you, a nice rate now. But every year you turn 67, the rate goes up 68. So if we get you a rate, we can lock you in at the age, it'll never go up in rate. Isn't that nice?
okay.
So that's why it's important to do it as young as you can be and as healthy as you can be. So what I'm going to do right now, Miss Stephanie, I'm going to explain to you the free discount UNA drug card that you sent in, the health card. I'm going to go over this real quick because it's a really amazing program. It gives you up to 75% off prescription drugs, vision, hearing, and dental. You can use this in combination with your Care First plan for anything that may not be covered. Right now, you look pretty good, but your plan could change, the next contract year, with your health and welfare benefit, and human resource department. You never know, but at least you have it. And regardless of what we do today, I'm going to send this out to you along with the new Medicare changes of benefits, absolutely free as a gift from me to you. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Plus your entire family, including your adult children and grandchildren, if you have them, can use this too. I'm going to set it up for them at no charge. Absolutely free. Isn't that nice?
Use it too?
Excuse me?
They can use it too?
Yeah, your children and grandchildren. We have what's called a friends and family program. One of the old AT&T commercials, the friends and family program.
Okay.
We do the same thing. Isn't that awesome?
Okay.
You like that?
I'd like to check it out.
Plus, I'm going to do the family information guide. It's to put it's a document for your important information and to prepare for your last wishes. So your kids know what you know. What's your kids' names?
Carrie.
It's Carrie and
Matt.
So Carrie and Matt know what to do. God forbid, the good Lord calls you home. They'll know exactly what to do. And again, it's absolutely free. It's another gift from me to you. And as I stated earlier, we started out as strangers, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to be family very, very soon because one of us is going to adopt each other today. All right. Are you okay with that?
Yep.
So I am going to get invited this coming year to Thanksgiving. All right. Maybe.
Maybe.
What's your favorite dish to fix?
I'd rather somebody else fix it.
Oh, you're right. Okay. You like to go out then?
No, I just would rather somebody else fix it.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, I'm going to go over this real quick with you, the family information guide. I'm going to put in your vital statistics. So I got your name, I got your phone number, I got your address, city, state, I got that here. I got your birthday, I'm going to put that in here. That is May 20th, 1954, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I got you in Baltimore City, got that here. And you are divorced, I got that there. Got your Social Security information here, okay. Okay, and you're employed by the accounting firm. Okay, your mom and dad still living?
No.
Okay, all right. I'll leave that blank. You can fill out yourself, but it has where you can put your mother and father's information in and where they were born, if they're still living or not, birthplace. Were you a veteran at all?
No.
Okay, we'll skip that section. Now I'm going to send this out to you. I'm going to pre-fill it out You can finish the rest, but it's an awesome tool to make sure your kids, know what to do. God forbid something happens to you. Now, your spouse, you're not married anymore, right? You're
No, I'm
divorced.
divorced.
Okay. And persons being notified. So we definitely want Carrie notified, correct?
Correct.
And her last name is?
Butler.
Butler, I put that there. And you want Matt notified too. What's his name?
Butler also.
Matt Butler, okay. And your primary care physician's name?
Panzoria.
Dr. Pansoria. Okay, got that there. Can you spell that for me, please?
Pansiuria.
Wow, that's a tough one. And any specialists that you see?
No.
Okay, so good. And person who that's going to be in charge of your final arrangements, who's that going to be?
It's going to be a combination of both Carrie and Matt.
I'll put both of them down here, okay? And where do they live?
In Maryland.
Oh, okay, Maryland?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, and you have a last will and testament set up?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put that down here. Who's your attorney?
Jeff Scott.
Jeff Scott, okay. Do you have an executor to your will or executrix?
It's the two of them combined.
Okay, I'll write that in here. Carrie and Matt. And your papers are on file where?
With the attorney, Jeff
With the
Scott.
attorney. Okay, good. Okay. And you said you do have a living will?
Yes.
And where's that located?
Well, Carrie has a copy and,
Okay.
and
Matt has a copy?
yes.
Okay, wonderful. Cool. Now, life insurance, the only life insurance you told me you have is that 3 times your salary, $165,000, correct?
Right, that term life
Okay, did they
insurance.
give you a policy number?
I don't have it with me.
Okay, but it's 165.
Yes.
I'll put that note in there. Did they give you the name of the life insurance company?
It's
Is it Prudential, MetLife,
I think it's nationwide.
Nationwide? I'll put that in here. And your group coverage, you said, is Blue Cross, Care
Blue
First, Blue
Blue
Cross,
Cross,
and
Blue
Blue
Shield.
Shield. Got it. All right. And got your information there. You said you are on Medicare.
Yes.
You got Medicare A and
And
Part B.
Yes.
And I need to put on this form here your Medicare ID number. Do you have that?
I'll have to get that for you. I don't have it on.
Okay. All right. No problem. And your banks that you deal with. What bank do you deal with?
M&T.
M&T Bank. I'll put that in here. And where's that located?
It's downtown.
Okay, all right, no problem. I'll mark that off here. And I'll leave the other things here blank. You can fill it out later. I'll highlight what else you need to fill out. Because the main thing is this is for you and your kids. So if something happens to you in the hospital, you're laid up, or God forbid you pass away prematurely, they'll have this information. And
Okay.
your safe deposit box, do you have one of those?
No, I don't.
And you said do you have a funeral home you like to work with?
I went directly to the cemetery to purchase the plot, so no, I don't.
Okay,
have.
so you don't deal with a funeral home?
No, I don't
Okay,
have that.
all right. And do you have a church denomination I can put on here?
It's Baptist.
Baptist, okay, all right. And do you have a minister's name?
Dave Scafidi.
Okay, how do you spell that?
Scafide.
Wow, okay, that's a tough one too. All right, are you gonna have a mass? You're gonna have rosary? Or are you gonna have a place of service? Anything like that in here? Do you want me to know?
At this time, I haven't got that far.
Okay, and do you prefer an earth burial? I think you said you want to be buried, right? I'll
Yes,
mark that
because
off.
I have the plot.
And you already have the plots. I'll mark that there. And your choice of cemetery is Rest Haven,
Correct.
and that's in Baltimore, Maryland. You said.
Yes.
Okay, and your interment, is that going to be somewhere else?
No,
Okay. And are you gonna have your glasses on?
probably
Okay, I'll
not.
mark that there. You gonna have jewelry on too?
No.
You gotta think about all that, okay? All right, I'll leave that blank. And then, actually, I'll mark no there. And any clothing, special clothing, you want new clothes, your current clothes, they even an asset on there, isn't that crazy? I'll let you
I'm
decide.
not ready for that.
All right, I'll
answer.
let you decide it. And then there's a spot for you to sign your name. I'll note that, I'll highlight that and date it. And you can put any special instructions there. This also includes an end of life information for you, like who to contact for your kids to contact at Social Security, who to contact at the U.S. Administration of Aging, everything from, if you go on disability, who to contact, Health Finder, HUD, Medicare, everything's here for anything your kids need in terms of your drug coverage. God forbid you got to go to a nursing home, NIH senior help, everything you need is right here for your children. Okay, I'm gonna mail that out to you along with the other information. Is that okay?
Yes.
So now, Ms. Stephanie, I thank you for being patient with me. I know I've done a lot of the talking. So how am I doing so far?
Given a lot of information.
Good. So what we can do is help you apply, as we're going back to the main thing that I called you about today, is to help you with that final expense. for a whole life program, which can, pay you cash to your beneficiary immediately. Okay, that's important because you don't want it to be delayed for weeks. These funeral directors, they want the money up front. You understand that, right?
Yes, I do.
So how we can do this, we have a final expense program offered by ABC Insurance Company, as I talked to you about earlier. You can use it at your choice of any funeral home in the United States, unlike a pre-need program where you're just locked in, for life at one funeral home or cemetery. This program travels with you. So if you decide to retire in Florida, it'll go with you. Or if you decide to go with one funeral director over another, it goes with you. So you own the program. And our final expense program also gives you the freedom to choose any funeral home you and your family want whenever you want. Plus, you own the program, like I said earlier, unlike pre-need programs. And by the way, what you told me, what local funeral home, you haven't picked one yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you're a funeral director. When you pick one, let's say you pick March, or you pick, Vaughn Green, or whoever you want to deal with, Miss Stephanie, your funeral director, will have his name here. He calls the toll-free number that's, in your program, verifies your program is in force with our customer service department, and immediately after receiving the proper paperwork, the money is wired to your funeral director. Isn't that pretty nice?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, wired right there to them. And most traditional life insurance programs, depending on the carrier, can take several weeks to pay out, sometimes months to settle a death claim. And because a lot of times they want to do an autopsy and look at the paperwork and all that stuff. This is paid immediate cash, wired to the funeral director's account. Okay. And as we both know, these funeral directors, they want their money up front or they won't even touch a body, unfortunately. Isn't that something?
Yeah, especially with this COVID going on.
Right. And we are able to pay it in days. And that's awesome, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, your name will be assigned to it and your beneficiary is going to be whom?
Can I list two? Or
Yeah, you can have two. We have
Then
co-beneficiaries.
just put the two kids.
I put Carrie, you told me Carrie and Matt Butler, both have the same last name.
Yes.
They will sign it as well as the funeral director, and the money will go right to the funeral director that day. It'll be wired to them, and it's completely tax-free, so your kids won't have to worry about the taxes. And that way, on the most difficult day of Carrie and Matt's life, everything's taken care of, okay? And they can grieve for you and not have to worry about the stress, about the money. And that's something that's comforting. It gives you that peace of mind you're looking for. Am I right?
Yes, it
Ms.
is.
Stephanie? So real quick about the benefits that I believe you'll be able to qualify for. Let me explain how this is going to work. You can get permanent life protection with whole life final expense insurance in amounts of as low as $1,000 to $50,000. And the choice is yours, Ms. Stephanie. Okay, you make that choice for yourself. Unlike your plan at the job, you just get 3 times your salary. This, you get the choice of what you need. So you can go as much as you want or as little as you want. Your premium will never increase. Once you get locked in, based on your age, your premium never increases and your benefits never decrease. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And you cannot be canceled, Ms. Stephanie, due to your age or any health changes. So God forbid you come down with cancer, knock on wood, or if God forbid, you come down with an aneurysm or some other medical problem, you can never be dropped from your plan as long as you keep your premiums up, okay?
Does it have an ending date on it?
Well, most of them, when a whole life, it goes to age 100. That's usually the ending date. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And you're going to live well past that, right? You hope so, right?
I would hope so, but
well,
I don't know if I want to.
Yeah. Okay. But just so you know, at 100, it's paid up. It's called a paid up policy. So you own the policy and there's no more premiums due. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And you cannot, like I said, you cannot be canceled due to your age or health changes. Your program, Ms. Stephanie, also builds a cash value and a loan value. God forbid you're in a crunch and you need money out of it, you can do that as well. There's no medical exam. You don't have to pee in a cup, no blood work, no swab tests. Just answer a few questions on the application, okay?
Okay.
And most programs go into full benefit immediately, so there's no waiting periods. I like those plans you see on TV that have an automatic waiting period. There's none of that here. You cover day one, so it's first day cover. So God forbid something happens to you Friday night, you're in the plan, you're covered, full coverage. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And remember, it pays out cash immediately within days to your choice of funeral director and beneficiary, and it's absolutely tax-free, and tax-free is good.
Yes, it is.
So what I did is I put together for you, Miss Stephanie, 3 plans. It's customized to what you need. And, I wanted to show you something starting out, say $10,000. that has an accidental benefit for 20, it doubles in an accident. Plan B is 50. Can you get a piece of paper for me, please, and write this down? Because I want to make sure you have the notes on it.
I have
Okay,
it.
you got it. So 10,000 doubles to 20. Okay. Your plan B is going to be 15,000. It doubles to 30. Can you write that down? Plan B.
Okay.
And your plan C is 20,000. That doubles to 40,000. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, each one of these plans have what's called the APL feature. It's automatic premium loan feature, and which means, God forbid, you couldn't pay your premiums, they loan you the money for that. Okay. And it also has what's called accelerated death benefit. So, that's something that's very important to have. God forbid you were diagnosed with a terminal illness and they would get the papers from the doctor's office. They would pay you up to 50% of the face value. You can use that money to take a trip, whatever you want to do. Okay.
Okay.
And that's tax free, by the way. And I'm also sending you, like I said, the free member guide and also the free discount health card. Okay. So underneath plan A, I want you to write down your age. I wrote you down, you're at 66 years young. It's at $48.13. Can you write that down?
Yes.
Okay. Then I want you to write down underneath your plan B, $70.40. Can you write that down? And then underneath the plan C, it's $92.66. Can you write that down? Okay. Then the first line under the plans is, like I said, the natural death benefit. Okay. So if you pass away from a heart attack, stroke, cancer, you get that. If it's in an accident, it doubles. You understand that part, right?
Yes.
And I already told you about the automatic premium loan provision, and the accidental death benefit is also included, and also I shared with you about how the accelerated death benefit, you understand those, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because that's important to know. I mean, you don't want to think about it, but God forbid something happens to you, you need some additional money, you can get up to 50% of the face amount before you die. And I know that's coming handy to a lot of people, and that are in dire situations. It's nice to have this. Just gives that extra security and protection that all people like. Do you like that feature? So if you want to take that one last trip of a lifetime, or there's any additional medical bills you didn't expect, it's taken care of. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, the kids won't have to.
And you
take
get
care
that
of
right from the start, right out the gate. Okay. Next, I told you about the family information guide. I also gave you the free UNA health card that's already included to your program. And so I just want to, Miss Stephanie, I'm almost done with you today. I just want to tell you how much I enjoy getting to know you, Miss Stephanie. And, as I told you, you just give me 1% of your trust, I'll earn that other 99. And, I look at the people I serve as like family. And Miss Stephanie, I want us to be serious just for a second. Whenever your time comes, and it is going to come for all of us at some point, right? I pray about that every day and night, especially for my kids. And only the good Lord knows, when your final day will be. And I know a lot of people don't like to think about it or talk about it, but, life insurance, especially final expense, is one policy you definitely are going to use. And it's just a matter of when. And I never thought the day would come that I would, know my little brother who I helped raise passed away in a freak car accident. But it can happen, not just with COVID, but, you hear about all the deaths with COVID and complications, but, people are dying from, complications from the depression, suicides. And, it's a crazy world we're in right now. You don't know how long you got. Am I right?
It is a crazy world.
Yeah. And when that time comes for you, Miss Stephanie, it's going to be very difficult, Miss Stephanie, for Carrie and Matt, because you've been a rock in their family for many, many years. And I know for me, when my dad passed, how difficult it was. And thank God my mom's still living. But for your kids, it's going to be one of the worst days in Carrie and Matt's life. And, none of them want that dreadful phone call from the hospital. And it's a time of need, that when, they're going to have to be asked to make some very difficult decisions, hard decisions, and how to handle what to do at that time with your arrangements and your final wishes. They're going, to be in complete shock, let alone you passing on. But they're going to have to, find a way to move on without you. And it's going to be the toughest time in their life. I know it personally because I've been through it just recently, with my dad passing. So I know, that we are talking about this today because you love your family very, very much. Am I correct by saying that, Miss Stephanie?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, and this is one of the most unselfish decisions that you can ever make. Because the last thing any parent should do is leave a burden on their kids of paying a burial. And you know, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure things are done the right way for you. And I want to just say this to you. I want to compliment you for sending this card in. And I commend you on showing how much you love Matt and Carrie and the rest of your family. It's my job as your licensed representative is to help you qualify for these benefits that we just reviewed. I just need to ask you a couple more, few questions to make sure you fully qualify for the benefits. Okay. So real quick, Miss Steph, you okay?
Yeah.
Do you need to get a tissue?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. All right. So can you do me a favor, just real quick, the spelling of your primary benefits last name, beneficiary, that's Butler, right?
Yes.
Can you spell that for me, please?
Butler.
And you want both Carrie and Matt to be equal co-beneficiaries?
Yes, and it's Kari.
Kari. And spell Matt for me, please.
It's Matthew.
Matthew. Okay.
Matthew.
What's your height and weight? I hate asking ladies this question, but your height and weight.
I really have to answer that?
Yeah. Sorry. What is that real quick, please?
5'2", 130.
Okay, good. All right. And your home address is 123 East Main Street?
Yes.
Okay. And you said that is a whole house, correct?
Yes.
And you're going to be the owner of the policy, or do you want one of the kids to be the owner?
I thought I was the owner.
You can be, but you can make one of the kids the owner if you want to.
What's the difference of?
Well, a lot of people like to put the kids as the owner, just in case you have to go through some type of spin down later in life. That way they're in control of it. God forbid, you're incapacitated, or you're in a rare situation, you can't speak on your behalf. They can be the owner of the policy, but that's your choice. Do you want to be the owner, or you want your kids to be the owners?
Question: is there any tax complications with that?
It can be in certain cases. But to them, no. I mean, your policy is going to be tax free. What I meant by the spin down is that, when they look at you in terms of qualifying for certain, Medicaid benefits later in life,
I understand.
They want to make sure that, you don't have all these other assets available. So if it's already in your kids' names, they can't count that at your policy as an asset.
Okay, then
but it's still tax free upon your death.
Okay, then put it in the kids' names.
You want to go put it in Matt and Carrie's name?
Yes.
I'll go ahead and do that right now. All right. And your home number is 111-229-3333.
Yes.
And your cell phone number is 399-555-1616.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't answer the home phone number.
Okay, got it. I'll put that down here. And what's your email address?
S Johnson.
Okay.
103
at
gmail.com.
Got it. All right. And do you want a secondary beneficiary? Because you got two primaries. Do you want a secondary?
No.
Okay. And make a note of that. Now, I want to make sure I read these health questions for you. I'll go through them step by step. And so far I can see you're pretty good. So I'm going to read all those to you. Okay. So we have that done. And your primary physician, you said, is Dr. Pansuri. I have that. And he's in Baltimore, Maryland, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I got your meds here. You said you're on high blood pressure medication. And what's the name of that medication?
I can't come up with the name right now. I'll have to let you know.
Okay. All right. You want to go get a bottle real quick?
Sure.
All right. I'm sure you're right near the kitchen. Go ahead.
Hang on 1 minute. It's a generic, and
Why don't you just read it off the bottle?
PLTP.
PLTP. How many milligrams?
15.
Okay. Got it there. All right. Now this comes, like I said, with the automatic premium loan provision, which means that once you build the cash value, you're able to make, if you're unable to make the payments for whatever reason, the company will make them for you out of the cash value. You do like that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The accidental death benefit, where you can use some of the face amount, God forbid, is the accelerated death benefit. Say, I knew I was going to have some screw up along the way, Miss Kathy, but accelerated death benefit, I just want to make sure you understand, and God forbid you came down with some severe illness and you're chronic, you can use up to 50% of that face amount for any reason. You like that, don't you?
Yes.
Now, Miss Stephanie, we have done a lot of talking again, and I appreciate your patience with me. Can you do me another favor? Can you tell me which one of these programs you reviewed today that you would like to have for Matt and Carrie? Plan A, B, or C? Which one do you want?
I'm looking at B.
You like B? Why do you like B?
I just think C is a little expensive right now.
Okay. So B, the 15,000?
Is there any way if I decide later on that we can change the plan?
Yeah, you can up it at any time, but it's going to be based on your age and your health at the time.
Okay.
So if you come down with a disease or some type of rare sickness, of course, your age is going to go up every year. You know, if things change, that rate's going to change.
Okay.
So you want to stick with the plan B or want to go ahead and try the plan C?
Well, again, it's going to change with age again.
Yeah. So we have you down for as a 66 years young female for 92.66 on the plan C.
That's $1,200 a year. Let's try plan C.
Okay. So that's 92.66, 92.66. We'll write this up for you. Times 12. That's, yeah, about, it's 1,100 and 1192. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 92. And I like to let people know, it's like more like, you know, really if you break that down to 4 weeks, it's $23 per pay period.
Mm-hmm.
So about an hour's wage a week. That's all you're talking.
Yeah.
1 hour. So you work 40 hours a week. The first hour of every week, you're covering your plan. Okay. So I'll make a note of that. Okay.
Okay.
We good with that?
Yeah.
So that's going to be $92.66. Okay. And want to make sure the day of the month, Ms. Daphne, which day of the month would you like to have this set up so the bank will send it in for you? You want to do the 1st, the 5th, the 10th? Which day is best for you?
The 10th.
The 10th. I'll note the 10th. And that'll be 92. Can you write that down? 92.66 due on the 10th. Okay. Now, most of my seniors like to set it up, like I said, with the bank, and you're going to have it sent in through your checking, or you want to do your savings?
Through checking.
Checking. I'll note that. And which bank did you said you deal with again?
M&T.
M&T Bank. Okay. And that's located in Baltimore, correct?
Correct.
All right. Can you do me another favor? Can you go get me a deposit check for your first month's premium so we can go ahead and get this enforced? And I need you to write that out to ABC Insurance Company. Can you do that, please?
Yes.
All right. Okay. And that's 92.66.
Okay.
Now, what I need you to do while you have your check in hand is to give me the numbers to the left-hand side so we can set that up. Can you read that off for me, please?
30005692.
Got it. Now, please void it out and record it in your ledger. Okay. Is that okay to just send that in today?
Yes.
Okay. Now, before we go any further, I need to make sure we call ABC Insurance Company so we can complete the process. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to make that call. Ring, ring. Okay. So we're going to do the carrier-specific, complete carrier-specific telephonic enrollment process. Great job. You did a great job, Miss Kathy. I know that took a little time, but you know, I think that lady was pretty nice that she talked to you. Don't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty easy, wasn't it? Now, as we start to wrap up, Miss Stephanie, do you still have that pen and paper in hand?
Yes.
I want to give you my cell phone number. First of all, write down my name, Tony Holland. I'm going to give you my cell phone number, and that's 443-555-1634. Can you write that down?
Got it.
And I'm going to give you my email address. You can call me as tholland516@gmail.com. Can you write that down?
That was
So you can
five,
call or
what
email
was that?
me. 516.
Okay.
Can you write that down?
Got it.
Okay, and I will be sending you a welcome package, like I told you, in the mail, complete with the information on your benefits, the family information guide, your free discount health card, as well as my business card. You'll have all that.
Okay.
All right. And I'll also be calling you in 3 to 5 days to make sure you got it, so we can talk it through and make sure you're clear, because I don't want any unanswered questions. Okay. I want to make sure you're fully satisfied and know what I'm helping you out with. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And I'll be, you know, there always for you to make sure you got all your concerns or questions answered. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now you should get your program from ABC Insurance Company in about 10 to 15 days. And I will call you again and make sure you receive that too, and I'll review that with you over the phone. And if you have any questions in the meantime, still please don't, hesitate to call. Call me anytime. You got that?
Yeah, is it coming through the mail or how?
You're going to get yours through the mail, but I can also set it up with many of the carriers that can send you an email of your policy. I can do both. So I'll go ahead and have an actual physical copy, because I like to have a physical copy myself. I want you to have the physical copy of your policy, but I'm also make sure they email you one. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Now, real quick, I have to do a little quiz for you, just to make sure you know what you got into today. So I'm going to make sure we got to get an A, right? You like getting A's, right, in school?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now, Ms. Stephanie, I want to make sure you're happy with your program and that you remember the key point. What's your favorite part of the program we set up?
The fact that if I need to borrow the money or use some of the money before time, I can do that.
Okay, I like that. Okay, I'll put the note. Very good. Do the premiums on your plan ever increase once you're locked in? Do the benefits ever decrease?
No.
Good. You passed that. Good. Now, how long does it take to pay out?
So it should pay out immediately.
Immediately. Yes. Very good. You did good. Can you be canceled due to your age or health changes?
Better not.
Yep. Good. You passed that one. Finally, what's my name?
Tony Holland.
All right. Did I do a good job today?
Yes, you did.
What grade you give me today?
Depends on who's cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
You're funny. All right. Well, I tell you what, while I'm in the neighborhood, I'll make sure I get a nice little turkey. Let's add some fixings for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll keep in touch. Okay. Well, great. Well, Miss Stephanie, so what else do you have planned for the day?
Going to go see the kids.
Oh, yeah?
With them.
Okay. You're really close to your kids, huh?
Yeah.
Will you do me a favor and make sure you tell them about me?
Oh, I will.
Okay, and give them my number if they have any questions or concerns. I want to make sure they're fully in the know, so I can bring them up to speed. So, Miss Stephanie, it was a pleasure, truly an honor and a pleasure to help you today and to get to know you. All right, and hopefully we can definitely have Thanksgiving dinner together someday. I feel like we're family now.
We're getting there.
We're getting close there.
We're getting there.
So maybe I might get adopted one day from you.
Depends on how big that turkey is.
All right. Well, I expect to get. Well, you give me the invite for Thanksgiving dinner. I'm coming. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll bring some turkeys. All right. I'll try to make sure I don't dry it out. And don't forget, I'll be calling you the next few days. Take care of Miss Stephanie. Be safe, and God bless you. Pleasure helping.
Same to you.
Talk to you soon. Take care. God bless.
Bye-bye.
I have one flow.
There were 3 times you called me Kathy.
I know. And there was another time on here. It's